Hey everybody, this is game number 6 from my match against YouTuber Hutch. So in the last game I played with a 2-second increment per move and it turned out that was too much time for me. So we said, okay, let's try 2 minutes versus 10 minutes. And this turned out pretty well. It was a fair amount of time, but not too much, I would say. And in the game, once again, we have a Nimzo Indian. Hutch plays sensible moves in the opening and I have difficulties to put on pressure, but then I'm able to go into an endgame where his pawn structure is clearly weakened and I'm able to put some pressure on his pawns. But check it out yourself. Enjoy watching. Alright, let's go. So yeah, I'll stick with my knight f6. That worked pretty well for me so far. The Nimzo Indian. Let's see what he plays now. He goes back to queen c2 and bishop d2. Okay, he wants to just get rid of this pin. That's fine. So if he now plays a3, I'm probably not going to take. Or maybe I'm going to take. Why not? Because I don't want him to just play e4. That's the whole idea of the Nimzo Indian, that you want to control the center. So after bishop d3, okay, he plays f3. Usual response to f3 is typically d5. Okay, I'll just play in the center and see what happens here. Yeah, and he has like a very harmonious setup, but the thing is, because he played f3, he weakened himself here on the g1 a7 diagonal. So and I'm trying to exploit it right now by playing d4. And I think he's in a little bit of trouble. In fact, he might be able to take everything on d4 and then just castle, but castle queenside. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. So I put pressure on the bishop on d3, and if he plays bishop g5, I might just take on c3. Yeah, I'll just go for. Oh, did I just blunder my queen? This is so embarrassing. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I just blundered my queen. He could have taken on h7. And I would have been pretty much losing. So this is the endgame I was aiming for when I played bishop takes c3. And now I'm very comfortable here because his pawns on c3 and c4 are really weak and I can attack them and hope to win them at some point. So probably I'll play h6, then maybe something like bishop a6, so to start hitting those pawns, see what happens. Can almost pre-move h6. Well, just seems like a sensible move, just to ask him what he's doing here. If he wants to take, and yes he does. Now I'll just play bishop c6, just a sneaky move, just to see if he falls for bishop a4. And then if he plays king c1, no, he plays king b3, so he spotted it. Yeah, I'll just bring my king closer to the center, that's never a bad idea. Yeah, bishop c6 was probably a little bit too obvious, but that's okay. Oh, what is he doing here? He's coming close with his king. Now I'll play bishop b7 back. And bishop a6 is now my plan. But actually not that easy. His king is fairly well placed. But now I think he made a mistake. Bishop h7, yeah. I guess I'm going for this, even though I'm not winning on the spot, unfortunately, because he still can play king c2. But I've won a pawn, and that's certainly helpful. Okay, rook b5 probably. Yeah, and here's some counterplay of rook h5. So far from clear still. Yeah, well played. Yeah, and I have to put my rook passive, which of course I didn't want to do, but I'm hoping to kind of lock his rook in on h5 for playing f5. And now the rook is out of play. My rook is out of play too, but we'll see. We'll see what that means in the end. And he's trying to get his rook back into action. No, now he gets it back, that's fine. And I also get my rook back into action, so everybody wins, right? And now I want to push this pawn. The rook is perfectly placed behind the pawn, and now I'm ready to push. And we'll see if he can do something to stop this pawn. Okay, so I'm ready to push. And so he wants to block it. That makes a lot of sense. But I believe the pawn endgames are all winning for me. So he can never really take on e3. But he might be able to play c4 here, but now this is losing to I just grabbed the pawn on a4. So pawn game, I'm pretty sure is losing. But well, this might be his best try after all. Do I want to calculate it, or do I want to take on a4? Should be fine. Should be fine. Should be fine somehow. Okay, yeah, this looks winning. b4, b4, and this is winning. This pawn is just running. Just running. And I have enough time here, certainly, to convert this, so he's probably going to resign here. Okay.
GG.
Thanks. Yeah, that was one of the more smoother games I had today, certainly. Even though you could have won my queen. Do you want to know where?
Yes.
Yeah, you could have won my queen. I blundered. It was pretty embarrassing. So move 15, when I play bishop takes c3. Can you see how you can win my queen here?
All right, let me look at the board.
Yep.
Oh, God, how did I miss that?
Well, it's just
bishop takes h7 there.
Yeah, bishop takes h7. Knight takes, rook takes d4. It's actually not that bad if I look at it. It's not that bad for me after all. I'm still kind of in the game after rook takes. Actually,
you get both the bishops, right?
Actually, I can also play bishop takes d4, bishop takes d8, rook takes d8, and I have 3 minor pieces. So this is really complex and actually not that clear. I think you're better, but it's actually not that clear. So it wasn't a huge blunder, but still, I should have seen it. Yeah.
That was a good game. I like these games more. I like these games more when you have a couple minutes.
Yeah, it makes it more interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that 2 minutes is definitely much better. Yeah.